South African businesses are often easy pickings for cyber criminals, and it's no longer surprising when we hear of another corporate data breach. So what can be done, if anything, about these growing crimes, and how can companies better protect themselves? Cybersecurity expert John McLoughlin, good afternoon to you and a warm welcome. You asked the question who the next victim is going to be and if it's going to be made public. The truth is it's not new, you go on to say, and there is an ongoing spike in cyber attacks. Why now? Why is this happening?
Thanks, Gerald. And it's not just because it's been going on for a number of years. It's been more pronounced now with the rush of people in the last few months having to all get out the office and go home. So organizations haven't taken aren't doing the basics correctly often, and not through any fault of their own. It's often, especially in our markets, just because they're not really aware of those risks. So they're not educating their users. They don't have visibility of what's really going on. And with everyone suddenly spread out their workforce is all over the place, it's making it far more difficult.
Has it got worse during the COVID lockdown?
Absolutely. There's been massive spikes in attacks. And the whole idea is that the successful attacks is probably the better way to put it. There's been a massive spike in successful attacks. So because people aren't in the office, they often don't have people to lean on, ask for, and the security measures normally reserved only for being in-house are no longer there. So they don't have that safety net to help protect them, which is why the successful attacks are growing by the day. On top of that, the criminals are also getting smarter. They know how to trick people, and people are falling for it simply because of lack of awareness.
Why are SMEs being increasingly targeted, and why are they more vulnerable?
Well, there's a few points to this. Firstly, SMEs are targeted because generally they won't have the necessary security controls in place. Often they're also targeted because they do business with government or other large entities who may end up, so they could be the stepping stone within this environment. SMEs have historically not deployed sufficient security controls because they simply never knew there was something that was available, and that is actually practical for them.
John, just a final question, and here's where you get the subtle plug-in for your company. Many people would say that good cybersecurity is simply not affordable.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely incorrect. J2 literally has SME or home user-based solutions that can provide that. One of the key things is we have to aim to get increased visibility. So you build what's called cyber resilience. So in the event of an attack, it doesn't cause any damage, and this can be done in a simple enough method, no matter the size of your business.
Appreciate you coming on to us this afternoon, or coming onto the program. Cyber security expert John McLoughlin, Chief Executive Officer of J2 Software. Thank you for joining us.